I read an article in Reason recently. The article is called "The Sanders-Khanna Billionaire Tax Would Make All Americans Poorer," and it was written by Jack Nicastro. The article starts by the author fear-mongering about Bernie Sanders wanting to, quote, confiscate billionaires' property. He's crying about billionaires having a tax increase under a new bill that Sanders proposed in the Senate. This bill is called the Make Billionaires Pay Their Fair Share Act, which sounds good to me. Unfortunately, this is just the first sentence. The article just gets worse from here. He spends a bit of time talking about where this confiscated billionaire property would go. It includes funding Medicare, raising the wage of school teachers, and a rebate check for every American earning under $150,000. Jack Nicastro makes it sound like that's a bad thing. He starts his argument on why this is bad by basically saying billionaires aren't greedy. Seriously, it has to be one of the worst opinions I've ever heard. What planet is this guy living on? Either way, he talks about how this bill would distort markets and decrease the amount of capital available to companies to invest. So you mean to say that if this bill passes, greedy companies will have less money to hoard? Sounds good to me. He adds that the bill will lower the rate of return to shareholders. Good. Screw the shareholders. When have they ever done anything for you or for the greater good? When have they ever done anything for anyone other than themselves? Business shareholders make up some of the greediest people in human history. I could spend all day railing against them, but I digress. Nicastro ends his argument by saying the median household income, adjusted for inflation, went from $72,000 in 1974 to $83,000 in 2024. What has the cost of healthcare done since then? Or childcare? Or education? Or the price of a home? Or a car? Or a trip to the grocery store? People make more money than they did 50 years ago. Okay, and that money doesn't go nearly as far as it used to. Nicastro claims a tax hike on billionaires will make Americans poor. The system we have now is making Americans poor. The tax cuts and deference we have for businesses and the ultra-wealthy is making Americans poor. If Americans want to be richer, we must go after those who seek to keep us poor. And those people are government leaders, business executives, shareholders, and the let-them-eat cake billionaire class. Nothing would improve the lives of the average American more in the long run than openly revolting against these groups of people. Until that happens, the economic conditions in America will continue to decline for the bottom 95% of people.